Happy Sunday. Welcome to Serpent Visionary Oracle. Right after the mat, like 15 minutes ago, literally. What a fun yoga session. It doesn't have to be serious all the time. As I swallow that, it doesn't. Sometimes I just like to see what my body can do and have fun with it. It means lose the balance. It means fall out of the posture. It means just have a fun time with it. And I know lately people are not having that much fun with certain things. For the most part, the vibe though has been really interesting with a very, very noticeable change, very feely change, action-oriented changing. If you haven't caught the pick-a-pile that I just did for July, check it out. And thank you for those people that commented or wrote me on Instagram because, they're a little bit more private in their comments and letting me know what's going on with them. So I appreciate the feedback because it was a very interesting tap in. I've not seen that before. It was rare. Also, it was interesting because I did last Sunday's reading with some pretty strong Ten of Swords energy and message, And then I did the pick-a-pile maybe 3 days, I don't know when I did it, afterwards, and it was very different. So if you not know who I am and you find me or you tune in or you watch this for the first, I don't know, maybe you watch all of it. I am a professional card reader. I do one-on-one card readings. The info's down below, or you can reach me on Instagram. They're one-on-one or pets, or if you got minors that you'd like a reading for, with permission of adults, of course. Ooh, that was an interesting noise from outside. I do for couples, more than 2 people, 3, 4, whatever, the zoo, you name it, I read it. And I do have a promotion where you bless the card table with a deck and or decks. You receive a reading from me. How do you know what decks are what? Well, okay. Amazon. There's an Amazon wish list. So then you can go into the channel, where all the listings are, lives, podcasts, and they'll say playlist. Okay, playlist area. Go into Amazon wish list. Then you can see all the decks that are available. And hey, what if you want one? Get yourself a deck, it's win-win. You can see the decks like each card at a time. So then what's the difference between Amazon and SD? So there's an SD wish list. It's called a registry. And you get to see all those decks. Now, I love SD because you're promoting and supporting small businesses and small indie decks that are not mass marketed. Very unique and special. Some become collector's items. Some get out of print. You never hear from them again. It's a whole card collecting phenomenon out there. But you're, giving more to the artists directly. So with that said, I'm going to keep shuffling this deck. I was going, okay, so I had a really deep gaze meditation this morning. I do teach the art of gazing. And I'm not one to question this, but sometimes we go there and say why? Why is this happening? Why am I going through this? Why did this come to me, or why did I attract it, or why? Okay, the why. And then there's another half that I called, so what do I do what can I do? What do I do to give love to give love into this area? And I'm not talking about the outside yourself, anything. I'm talking about the real deal that keeps your heart ticking. So anyhow, that was the inquiry in the gaze, and it was playful. It didn't give me a direct message. It wasn't anything heavy. It's actually very simple. We make it complicated because we want to know why, when, details. Elaine, that's nice. But then we miss out in the experience of discovering it. And with me personally, what I got out of it, I just saw like I was seeing a lot of pairs, which is probably what I'm seeing on the table as well. Is there's a lot of connections, relationships, you name whatever the labels you want to give them, whether they're from work, your friends, your social circle, your partnerships, lovers, marriages, that kind of thing. Is that if they need to fall apart, please let them and listen. There's no time to bullshit around about that. Well, it's up to you. You can go on the merry well way of the repeated cycles because that's how you learn. There's nothing wrong with choices because it's unlimited. But there's a wave happening of people who really worked on themselves, who discovered like the true love of their life is not outside someone. That's not outside self. It's one thing to know it, but it's another to live it and experience it. And it's a lifestyle, and you preach, teach, live. Because then there's miracles that happen when that's really like understood, felt, reverenced, all of the above. Now, it doesn't erase the intensities. It doesn't it doesn't erase anything. Like I was telling somebody, yeah, I'm pretty much in the body. I've been ever since. I mean, someone had asked me, who is on your thumbnail? Who is on my thumbnails? Okay. That'd be me. Yeah, all this after yoga, the Sunday after yoga readings. Yeah, I'm the thumbnail. All right, what is present here? Let's see some cards here. What are your vibes right now? Oh, they don't want to go over there. And then we're going to have center. All right, we'll go to the center. And we'll do it like that. Okay. It's always different on the reading table. I don't have, a way. The cards are very magical and they're alive on their own. They talk. They tell me. Ooh. Okay, that is a new rule with, oh, it did. Never mind. I knew there's always one that falls on the floor. I'll go get that. So before I get into all this, the partnerships. What's happening is they're hanging on, even though they're falling apart and people hang on. That's fine. Welcome to the cycles until you learn. For those that have the courage and the truth to stand for their truth, the courage to tell themselves the truth first, and depart, that go, choose them, and go forward. There's a big movement with that. And even if you have a partnership, like if you're married, say, or you're engaged and it's going well, then it just getting stronger. Wow, the magic card is on the table, on the floor. So I take the cards that fall onto the floor. They have to fall onto the floor, not my lap. Don't tease me. You're either on the floor or on the table, because the ones on the floor are the loudest message. That is the number one ace, by the way, that's showing up. The world card is showing up. The fool, the judgment is popping up. Devil here and there. But the ace of the ace, my favorite. All right, let me flip these over, see what's going on with the vibe. This is really beautiful. Let me see what's going. Let me see what's going on in the head. Okay, so oh yeah, the Ten of the Swords comes back. Okay. Well, it could be the last lightning strike, but if you didn't see the pick-up piles, go to the pick-up pile because that's more personal to you. This is just what the vibe is. I don't know. Let me get this card that's on the floor. Okay. And I saw this. This is really personal to me, this card today that fell on the floor. It's personal to me because I saw a lot of this in my gazing session today. Wow. The Ace of the Cup's everything. That's my favorite ace, is the Ace of the Cup. The cup is everything. That's the love. That's the abundance. That's the flow of things. That's the rebirth. That's like having the biggest spiritual shower. That's my ayahuasca card. That's how I feel when I'm with her every single time. It's that renewal, and it just keeps flowing, and it doesn't stop, and it just comes in, and it just keeps pouring in so that it flows. And it flows in the form of the tears when it's overflowing because the heart breaks open. The tears don't even have salt. They're like, it quenches my mouth when it lands in my mouth because I don't drink anything during ceremony at all. I never do. Once I get the medicine down, I'm good. And I'm taken, I don't move, all that. Blissed out, euphoric, all night long. While other things are going on in there. But it's so beautiful to me. We're having this renewal come regardless if you're a medicine drinker or not. It has nothing to do with that. It's just the message. And my padrino used to say, what you experience in journey, so experience in your life. You can have that in your life. It's true. If you're experiencing it in journey, you do so in your life. I'm like, damn, that's where the challenge is. That's where the big purges are. Okay. So the knowing of the why. If anything has been bothering you, or it's been something you've been dealing with for a while, not over a year or anything, this is like maybe the beginning of the year. And it's, oh man, I can't believe the Queen of the Cup is here because that's like the mother. That's another ayahuasca card for me because that's the mother saying, here, drink of me, I'll bless you. If you allow me to, if you let me in. That's another thing about this whole love deal. Is because we've never experienced the real thing. And then when we think we know of it, we're guarded and afraid, and we run and we're scared because we thought that it was the real thing. Oh my God. There's a funny card here. Yeah, the prick card is on the table too. This is so funny in the middle. All right. I'm all over the place. I need to get grounded again. Here's what happens to me after yoga, because I get real. But when I have a fun section, well, it was a fun section of flip grippy shapes. A flip grip is an interesting posture. See where my hand is? My foot would be there. So my leg bends all the way back and my foot's right here. My hand, that's a flip grip. So you can do this many ways: lying down on your belly, standing up, sitting down. I mean, it's crazy. So I was playing with yoga shapes and seeing how can I bring love into this situation, because I didn't feel like doing yoga. I wasn't really that open. Things were going, but I made it fun. Sometimes we don't need to know why, because it's already the past. Another thing my padrino used to say is, experience it now. We understand later. Experience it. Absorb all of it. The unknown, the uncomfortable, the fucked upness, the fears, everything. And a lot of us numb or distracted and run from things that we can't because we're already built in. We have this whatever emo thing, layers of this soul energy stuff. So here it's just saying we don't need to know, but it's strengthened you. It fueled you to go forward. We're ready. We're revved. We don't need to know. You don't need to regress and do this past. A lot of people say, I do past life readings. I go, what does it make a difference what your past life is? I've never thought it made a difference. I've had readings and I'm always the same person. The only thing that was different with me is I got nicer. I used to be pretty mean in my past lives, and I have all different types of bodies, genders, but always the stone throne. So, that's what I tell people, hey, because I love doing relationship readings and connections. And I hear a lot of blame, pointing finger outward. I go, oh, we don't see it because we're in the experience, but that's why I'm biased of what I do. I can see it. And most of the time, it's not what thing they want to hear. I just read what's there. I don't know nothing. I know very little. I just read what's there. Get over it. All right. So the vibe right now is we're really asked to feel the power within us and to go forward, regardless of what's, not been justice yet or even, or you don't think, we're all in vengeance land. It doesn't work that way. It starts within, and that's tough. The real true forgiveness is there's nothing to forgive. That's crazy because that's not easy with me. But I've experienced that and I understand. You go drink that medicine for yourself and you'll see. Anyways, there's going to be some celebration here from not giving up, even though we've been knocked down or facing some pretty passionate intensities, regardless of what the details are. When I had asked, how do I bring love into the situation? There is a partnership here, and it's a power team or a power couple, just like what I was telling you. If you do not let go, see, this is what this is in the bottom, because it's a repeated message, because there's some people go squeaking, like almost there, like, I can't do this anymore, and they let go and they, whatever their path is. Because I'll say what the middle is. Let me go over here to the love, because there's the King of the Cup. So over here, Queen of the Cup was here with the 7 and the 9 of Wands. Fuck yeah. That's fucking warrior vibes. Passion. You woke up. Now you're going to want to go forward. You got all this energy to burn. You got this drive forward. You're like revved. And then there's this other side. Wow, we've got some very strong, bold personalities and actions coming out of people. So here with the love is the King of the Pentacle. Ooh. I love the way the portrayal of these cards are, because I needed something like, I needed something fun, but I always say fun is like my medicine decks. And I think this is a pretty medicine deck, if you ask me. It's very visionary. Yeah. I can have some flashbacks looking into these images for a while. Okay, so who's here with the King of the Pentacle is Temperance and the King of the Cup. Well. Good things are grounding in. Again, for the ones that did the work, for the ones that what the work is, it's your truth. You know what you're doing, what you're eating, who you're talking to, what you say, You do. So anyhow, over here with the love, that means here, the temperance. I love when the temperance angel is here. I've really come to love the vibe of this card because that's when the peace comes within you. When I don't go from zero to in your face like you're on the floor, I'm like, oops. I didn't mean to. I mean, visually, verbally, not physically, metaphorically, excuse me. But this has really been in action here where you balance out, or where you get to choose the importance and what's peddly. And there's a lot of that going on, the peddly thing with people. Peddly. You're arguing over that? I mean, why don't you go, because it's a fucking healing. It's not even about that, what you're mad about. Of course, I see it, and I've been practicing these kind of things for a long time. I started pretty early because I got my ass kicked fucking early in life. I'm grateful for that ass kicking. I've had a lot of them. But that's why I'm the teacher in here, because I said yes and was willing. I took the risk. But I have guardians. I have awesome guardians. I always have. Such I do this type of work, and that's why I'm here speaking. But what is this really about? A lot of it too is allowing people to help you, allowing people in. It's like easy, well, let love in. Well, okay. There's a lot of generosity around the vibe here. Like good support you found out who your tribe is. And if you feel you're solo and have no tribe, you're going to go find it. Because there's a lot of movement and journey, like people are picking up and physically moving. But when I see the power couple here, that's really big love and vibes. Nurturing, supportive, trust. What is that emoji? I don't know what that's. Oh, I get what that is. All right. Okay, let's check on the third eye. Let's check on the hydration. Because I flipped the camera over so you can see the images. So for some of you, that's your partner showing up. Or it's you showing up for yourself. That inner union, that warrior, the next journey, the solo, Because in the middle, where the Ace of Cups stands alone, that flew on the floor, remember? My words feel like they're all mumbly. That's what happens when I third eye open as much as I do. So I'm going to prepare that right now while I'm talking, but I'm looking at the imagery. So when the Ten of Swords shows up with the Three of the Pentacle here, and especially with my prick card down below, which is the Page of the Cups. Wait till I show you this version, because it's like, yeah, exactly. Because there are penises on the table. That's what I'm talking about. Because there's some penises on the table. Okay. Like I said, what's not working. A lot of people are so done beyond done. They're physically exhausted, mentally exhausted. They're ill. All the signs they can possibly come at them, they're like hanging on, There's a point where you're either going to let it take you down or you're going to let that shit go. The prick's not worth it. The job's not worth it, is it? Oh, yes, I understand responsibilities, but when you come from your heart, you can create anything. I've seen miracles happen. Though, there's no dumbass here. None. No dumbass cards whatsoever. You're like, this is all like All right, I need to open up the third eye and get into this more. Okay. Let me see the fire that's working. Salud, beautiful. So, up to the individual, and that's what I always tell them. I see the most beautiful cards in front of people, beauty, and they're like stumped as to why those cards are there. Like they're almost in disbelief. But the majority, they're like, I'm so ready. It's like been the dry as the desert, woman. I go, yeah, I get ya. I can feel it in the vibe, right? But we're done. People are done pretending. Why should you? Why should you? If your heart is not in it, why should you? But that's a lesson learned. Because even in regular work, like in offices or whatever work you're choosing to do, as long as it's in your heart to do it, you can make it work. I've worked in some horrible places, but because, there was a vibe with the people, I kind of changed things around with some places I went to, and it made it fun. So it all depends on you. That's what I mean. The temperance here is balancing. Because I asked what how does one let love in? And it's like, well, receive it, yes. And get in touch with the source, which is you. People think the source is outside themselves. Money is energy. You don't even see it in front of you anymore. It's all Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, this pay, that pay, all electronic. You don't even see it. It's energy. That's real good now, because I've been saying that forever till I understood what that meant. And now it actually became reality. Like, well, no kidding, that really is in the ethers and you don't see it, and it is energy. It's crazy how I got to experience the beginning. And all the kids are just born in this. It's well, the world is twisted. We'll see where it goes, huh? All right. So the individual messages here are really beautiful. I'm going to arrange the cards so I can, show you. And then I'm going to continue my holiday, my own party. It is a holiday weekend. It's been a nice one. Then I can bong rip oblivion as I please. And it won't matter if my speech is impaired or not. Enjoying myself. All right. Let me show you the cards. Also, I invite you to you can screenshot this, get your deck from this woman. I don't know. Look at the name. Poopledoop. Was that right? The sun shines on a beautiful day. I hope you're well. Good vibes. I am well, and it is good vibes. Okay. Yeah. Especially yoga music varies. I get in two phases. So I've been listening to ceremony music because I just bawl my eyes out because it's so beautiful. And it kind of throws me back in to the experience without the wild effects, because it's one strong wild ride. Okay. I'm grading. I'm going to flip the camera. It's nice and arranged. Good. Okay. Let me show you the images. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Look at the intensity of this dude. I mean, what do you see? See, this is a true reader's deck. I mean, I read everything, I read tarot, but this is a true reader's deck. What is it that you see? But you have to look, because it's like, what do you see in the clouds kind of a question. And look who shows up over here, the lovely Queen of the Cup. Look at all that abundance of support, nurturing, self-love. How strong we become, how boss we are in our truth, that it doesn't have to be forceful no longer. We can just plow ahead. Those are reminding me of pickles. I must be hungry. Don't they look like pickles? These are the ones, by the way. Look at the tiger beneath it, man. We're fucking revved, man. Yes, I chose a colorful deck because I'm a psychonaut. I need something fun. I need something colorful. I need something trippy. I need something that isn't so goddamn serious, or I don't really have any like what they call traditional decks. I kind of the most traditional I get is Ciro Manchetti, which I adore. I mean, what do you see in this? But this is like, fuck you, right? Don't you see the big pickle flipping you off? It's like saying, that's right, I'm boss. I say so. I'm in control of my life and what I do. Fierceness, this card. I'll salute to that. Beneath it, though, check this out, though. It's the 9. We're just revving to go on our journey, do us, choose us. A lot of the vibe on the table has been partnerships. I've been seeing couples with a lot of things. Where's my little pointer thingy? Here we go. Because like here, there's 2. Check out this beast in the in the back. Isn't this a wild deck? But it's precise. That means you've got a wild beast within you that needs to come out. We've been stuffing it down, hiding it, numbing out, fearful, all this bullshit, right? That we do to ourselves. And I'm not talking about just general. I do that to myself too, dude. I was like just saying to a group, I'm very in the body. I'm a power yin yoga practitioner. I drink the most powerful medicine you can. I'm in. But you know what? I don't escape. You got to do, I still deal. No complaints, by the way, but it's like saying it's not like I sit back and and it's the Riviera in here with no worries, no nothing, that'd be boring. But you know what else I'm noticing about here? There's a lot of sexy vibes coming in towards people too. Right there. It's a beautiful image. It's really intense. So over here, when I asked about the love vibes, check out this image over here as we cross over to the polarity of this. Look into that one. Most white men, you're funny. This one is so sweet. I was so in love gazing into this. I saw so many different images, messages. Amazing deck, especially how this woman created it. Just her, paper, ink, a roller in her hands. This is no airbrush. It's not a paintbrush. It's just her hands and paint. It's amazing how she does that. She's fucking amazing. As we tap in deeper with the King of the Pentacle here, Rey de Oro. Dude, that's an ayahuasca flashback right there for me. Especially like this area right here with the stars and the colors. Oh, she's so beautiful. I even hold myself like that and just sit there and just in yumminess. But this is the King of the Pentacle. next to the Temperance angel. I love the piece of this card. And then again, the love and support shows up in here. So there is a power team. There is power couples coming in. I'm going to move these into the center because they're the power couple. So also getting back to over here. So when these collabs, partners, renewal comes in, this is the type of person that shows up. That's an action, that does. That's not just words. That's chill. That ain't going after anything. They're secure within themselves. You know, very, very strong partnerships are coming in. I've been seeing this. This one's following me. She's been following me for quite some time. I get her, or I get the angel, right? Okay, so we're gonna move to the Ace of the Cup. I'm taking a deep breath in because this is my ayahuasca card. It's like, okay, do you drink of me? And I swear, man, it's just like this. It's the most wildest visual ride, but it's not about the psychedelics, people. It hits home and you can't run from the truth for about 5-6 hours, and it keeps on working without with the effects like wearing off. It keeps working. Trust me. Believe me, 26 years this year. But look at what's opening up with this cup. Look at that eye on top. It's the death is leaving us. Spiritual bath, renewal. It's beyond rebirth, man. It's like rebirth, renewal, recharge. There's so much abundance. There's real true love here. Look at the two birds up on top again. Unicorn magic on the bottom, and you know that magical beast is just magic, period. And we're not going to see this coming, by the way. People don't see this coming, and that's including me. My last journey with medicine, I could have never thought what she told me. I was like, whoa. Like I was saying, me, you know, I'm pretty in the body. I'm awake, I'm in the body and everything, and boom. The thing is, I'm handling this with peace, reverence, grace, no complaints, surrender. I was taken to the deepest, most profound peace I ever experienced with it. At the same time, this was going on. Okay, the warning here, because this keeps coming up. So we'll put the love right here, and like, oh, we'll put the power couple next to it. See, these are my yoga blocks. Yeah, that's my fancy prop to hold the phone up. Okay, so here's the trio here. Ten of Swords is still popping up, man. Well, when you're sick of tired of being sick and tired, when you're done of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, dude, you know, you gotta choose it. Well, you know why people hang on? Because their complaints, their complaints, their excuses are valid, aren't they? Oh, looks good on the outside too, and you do have an audience of agreement. Well, if you ask me, who would you rather have? You want this dude? Definitely this one. Or do you want this little prick here? The pre-cum. That's the last. I mean, you go ahead. Lousy lovers, unsatisfaction, no promises met, immaturity, la la land, dreamers, just no. Yeah, I want this section. So comment if you watch this, what's going on in your world. Oh, la la la. Let's scan the table one more time. So if you'd like a reading with me, you know what to do. My description, all that info is below. There's the card deck promo, which is also listed below. All those links are below too. Comment if you need the links, because I space out too sometimes. Okay, much love. Salud. I'm liking this vibe right here. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Summer's going to be hot.